Hello, welcome to the Year of the Fire Horse session with me, your Chee Whiz, Feng Shui Journey. We are going to talk about everything you'll need to know about the Year of the Fire Horse. As a classical trained feng shui practitioner, certified red ribbon professional, I'm here to share with you all the wisdom that you'll need to know from a classical feng shui perspective around the year of the fire horse. We're going to highlight the fundamentals to feng shui, diving deep into flying star energy, looking at the BaZi analysis for the year, and then talking about a lot of important, relevant information that you'll need to know to elevate the chi in your life and your environment. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more feng shui wisdom that is practical and easy to understand. As we start this conversation, I'm going to walk you through some of the fundamental information that is very important when it comes to practicing classical feng shui. Really understanding everything that you need to know about Qi. It is the life force. It is an energy that surrounds our environment, our space. We'll decode and understand yin and yang, five element theory, the nine life guas, as well as form school feng shui, compass feng shui, flying star energy, eight mansions, which leads to your Minghua and Qua number, and then your BaZi, which is the destiny blueprint or the four pillars to destiny. When we think about the essentials, Qi is everything that we need to know that permeates throughout the air. It comes from the front of your door, permeates throughout your home. How will that Qi move? How will it react to your space? What interferences do you have in your environment, home, that may disrupt the Qi? Are there different or bad feng shui placement of certain elements in your home, from design, decor, furniture, that may block that Qi? Qi really needs to move very easily throughout your home. A good understanding of Qi is leveraging your five senses. How do you see that energy flowing? How does it feel like? What does it smell or taste like? There are so many different elevations when it comes to feng shui to help move that qi in your home. The concept of yin and yang is very important. Life is a dance between this yin and yang. What does it mean? What does it look like? How does it show up? And how do you balance that? The most important thing when it comes to practicing feng shui, it is all about balance. And when I speak about five elements, I am referring to the Wu Xing five element theory, which is basically wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. All of these elements have its own personalities. It looks differently. It feels differently. It may show up differently. And how it interacts with one another is relative to a production cycle as well as a deconstruction cycle. And when you practice feng shui, I'm sure you've heard about the Bagua. It is the map of your home. The complexity of feng shui goes deep when it comes to practicing classical feng shui. Not only are we curious about the natal footprint, meaning the facing and the sitting direction of your home, we also take into fact the size of your home. What type of a home is it? Is it a home made of money or a home for people? We also want to look at all of the features from land school feng shui, from looking exterior area of your home and really dissecting the bagua areas of your home. Trigrams are eight symbols. That is a combination of the yin and yang lines. They show the changes between something that is happening in your space, relying on each of the elements and how we use that to really help organize the energy in our home, which leads into the relationship between the Bagua map. Decoding your favorable and unfavorable directions is leveraging the triagram, the Mingwa. Here's an example of the yin and yang. Yin represents passive cold, death, winter, female, night, water, alley, earth, shade, moon, even. When it comes to yang, it's the opposite of everything that is yin, from day, male, summer, hot, life, light, active, odd, sun, fire, and sky. The combination of this is what is most important in balancing everything else that we need to know. As we talked about the different cycles within the Wu Xing, we have the productive cycle, wood to fire to earth to metal to water. Wood nourishes growth. The controlling cycle is wood controlling earth. Earth controls water. Water controls fire. Fire controls metal. And metal controls wood. What will balance out these elements? What are complementary? What are some of the deconstruction and productive cycles that we really need to analyze when looking at the five element theory? Within the five elements, they're also related to body parts, parts of your home. Chinese zodiac animals also have an element associated to it as well. On the screen here, you'll see the most typical Bagua map, which tells you a cardinal direction, what it's associated to, what element, and what triagram. Looking at the example of the South, it is fame, reputation. It is represented by the element of fire, and it belongs to the Li triagram. We are in period 9 feng shui, which is everything to do with fire. And then we are also transitioning from the wood snake into the fire horse. Therefore, this year it is considered to be a double fire energy year, being in period 9, as well as the zodiac animal, elemental fire. When we talk about form school and compass and flying stars and eight mansion, there are many things that we can decode to really understand how all the elements are important when it comes to leveraging feng shui properly. When we think about form school feng shui, we're talking about the exterior of feng shui energy, from the right side to the left side of your home, to the front to the back. The facing direction is also commonly known as the front of your home. The sitting is the back of your home. What are the essential things we look for? What elements is most dominant in those area? Compass schools allows us to really use calculations using our compass to dissect and decode what is the cardinal direction by degrees your home is facing as well as sitting. We leverage this to help diagnose the elements of your home, the Bagua areas, as well as the flying star energy. Energy isn't frozen, it changes. So, flying star changes on a monthly basis as well as on an annual basis. For those who are enriched, deeply rooted practitioners of flying star energy feng shui, we rely on it daily. We change things, we add remedies and cures monthly, daily to really amplify the energy that is most positive and then reduce the energy that is negative. For those who are just starting to get into feng shui, I highly recommend you to leverage flying star energy on an annual basis to understand the positive stars, the negative stars, what elements you'll need to leverage to enhance or reduce the negative areas or sectors of your home. Based on our date of birth, we all have our own natal footprint, which leads into your BaZi, but it also is tied to the eight mansion because we are all uniquely tied to a favorable and unfavorable direction. That is commonly known as trigrams as well as minguas. There are four favorable directions. It is the Shengxi, which is generating breath. It is the prosperity sector, the heavenly doctor, the relationship, as well as your personal growth. Once we know your gender pattern and we know your date of birth, we can calculate to understand what are the four favorable areas that you'll need to focus and dedicate from sleeping, sitting, eating, working, and even the facing direction of your home. The four unfavorable is total loss, your six killings, the five ghosts, and mishaps. The general principle and guidance here is to avoid sitting, facing, sleeping, working, or having a home facing these directions. But again, feng shui is very complicated. There are many things to dissect to really understand the true essence of your favorable and unfavorable directions when it comes to feng shui. As we go into the year of the fire horse, we're going to harness the fire, embrace the journey of what 2026, the year of the fire horse, will bring for us. Most importantly, we need to understand feng shui periods. In classical feng shui, time is divided over a 180-year cycle, and it is split into 9 periods of 20 years. In the image to the right hand side, you can see that we are in period 9 from 2024 to 2043. The Li triagram, which is the element of fire, is going to dominate for the next 20 years. These cycles are based on the movement of Jupiter, Saturn, and cosmic patterns that are applied through the Lo Shu magic square or flying star system. Each period is ruled by a number, as you can see from the upper, middle to the lower. We have starting with period 1 all the way through to 9. Once we finish period 9 at the end of 2043, we will move back into period 1, then period 2, and so on. Now, period 9, as I mentioned earlier, is everything about fire. Here's a picture of the Li triagram. It is a yang star represented by the yin and yang lines in the triagram. And when we think about the Li triagram, we're stepping into light, embracing visibility, innovation, passion, while staying grounded before we burn out. The Li triagram represents illumination, identity, your reputation, recognition, clarity, intelligence, expansion, and inspiration. Spiritual enlightenment is the focus for the next 20 years and uncovering more about people's truth and reality. Li is pure yang on the outside and yin energy at its core, meaning it shines outward but is delicate within, highlighting how fire can uplift, illuminate, or overwhelm depending on how it's managed. The associated direction for the Li triagram was south, and that is from 157.5 degrees to 202.5 degrees on your compass. And this sector and the south area, the associated colors are usually red, purple, orange, or any bright colors. So within period 9, we really need to understand the 5 elements, how to balance it, what nurtures fire, what feeds fire, what controls fire, and what is destructive to fire. The south area of your home, based on Bagua map, is tied to your reputation, your public image, visibility, fame, and your social standing. clarity, insight, intelligence, vitality, passion, emotional expression. And it is also tied to the middle daughter. Family symbolism here, meaning we are in a 20-year period where we'll see the rise of female empowerment, more female leaders, more female entrepreneurs, female collaboration over the next 20 years. Understanding this helps us plan for the flying star energy, writing the appropriate intentions for every year or for each of the gua areas we're looking to associate. When we break down the five element theory of fire, keep this in mind. Fire can burn wood, fire can melt metal, fire can boil water, and fire hardens the earth. This is the cycles of how we are going to leverage fire in 2026 as we step forward into the year of the fire horse. Fire is not everlasting. It needs continuous source of fuel to survive. It can't survive on its own. It needs wood and air to feed it and grow it. In order for fire to even start, it needs another element. It needs to work alongside other elements. The lead trigram for the south sector is associated to everything that we mentioned earlier about your fame, your reputation, your recognition, how you show up to the world. So, some of the things that you want to consider for your south area in period 9 would be adding bright light, adding candles, red tones, artwork, and inspirational symbols, items representing recognition, success, and leadership, diplomas, awards. You can also leverage crystal. I love using crystals. So using red jasper, sunstone, or ruby in the south area will help elevate the chi for the south area. You want to avoid water. Excess water puts up fire. So that could be from actual water itself. If you have a waterfall, if your house is facing in the south direction and you have a waterfall in front of your home, that is considered as negative chi because the water will put out the fire. Too much metal will cut into the fire. So you really want to look in your space. What is in the south area right now? If your south is dominated by water because it's the bathroom or the restroom that is there, that is something that you might need to remedy because the water itself will put out the fire. You also want to avoid clutter. Nothing clutter in your home is going to elevate the chi. There's aspects of decluttering that you'll need to do. Really look at the meaning of all the decor, the furniture pieces. What do you have in that south direction? And will it help elevate anything that the south is meant to do? The key themes that we'll go into for period 9 as we talk about is everything about fire. So illumination, recognition, passion, transformation, and speed. Speed is very important. It is going to make us work fast, work harder, but also burn out. That's an area that we'll need to really pay attention to. Focus on visibility. Success favors influence. You'll see a lot of branding, reputation, recognition from businesses increasing their Google views and how you shine or show up to the world. Technology and spirituality is going to increase. We're seeing already the rise of digital innovation, AI, global interconnections, spiritual growth, wellness, and conscious brands working and collaborating together. As I mentioned earlier, the rise in feminine power, strong connection to women, especially the middle-aged women, and leaders who are female influencer. It is also the future prosperity star. The 9 star is also dominating in the next few cycles when we think about flying star energy. As we step into the year, the fire horse, everything is associated to acceleration, speed, breakthrough, and innovation. Fire energy is fast, it's bold, and it's unstoppable. So in period nine, everything is going to be magnified from transformation, rapid shifts in career directions or priorities, business goals. We're going to see sudden breakthroughs after long stagnation. Momentum will increase. Life will move more quickly, rapidly. Opportunities will appear, but they'll also disappear fast. So, this is the year where people will rise quickly or burn out quickly if you're not grounding and protecting your chi and the space and the environment that surrounds and motivate you daily. In the year of the fire horse, another theme is around visibility, fame, and reputation. So 2026 is a rise in social media, recognition, collaboration. You'll see social visibility, branding, thought leadership, public influence, online presence increasing even more. People who show up authentically will gain massive collaboration and traction, while those who are hiding behind the scenes are going to fall behind and need to adapt and move quicker. There's going to be a lot of emotional intensity, right? And when we think about this, we're linking the combination of fire horse stirring up the heart as well as the mind. Emotional shifts, highs and lows, impulsive decision making, overthinking, and mental exhaustion. Conflicts may spark from misunderstanding, miscommunication, passion turning into tension if it's unmanaged. So, mindset, emotional mastery becomes the new focus, the currency for stability. What are we going to do to detox our mind, to balance out our emotion, balance out our heart? There's a lot of focus around sound healing, breath work, crystal healing, and really balancing the seven chakras from the top all the way to the bottom to tie in and balance between what your heart and mind is needing. We talked about innovation, creativity, and tech expansion. There's a lot of AI going on. There's a lot of fake bots. What is real? What is unreal? How do we tell the story digitally? Creative entrepreneurship, online business growth, global collaboration through technology is something that we're definitely going to see a rise in over the next 20 years. 2026 birth the next generation of digital creators, innovators, and spiritual entrepreneurs. We'll see the rise with all of this. The power of female influence that we've talked about. Will we have a female president in the US over the next 20 years? Are we seeing an increase in intuitive work, emotional intelligence, creators and healers showing up? People relying on feng shui, people relying on acupuncture as a remedy, people relying on herbal medicine even further than the traditional way of practicing medicine. A lot will be changing when we think about this, and this is where it leads to change, transformation. Fire purifies and transforms. So we expect there will be some major life changes and shifts or redesign. Letting go of outdated roles, responsibilities, clutter. It's time to end some of those bad patterns, cycles, and leap forward into a new era to rebirth, be transformative, be innovative, and really thinking broadly. A new version is emerging. Do you need a new version of yourself? The fire horse will burn away the old and review a clearer, a more aligned identity for you. And as we transition from the wood snake to the fire horse, we're going to see a big shift. It is going to be the most dramatic transition throughout the next 12 cycles here, moving from soft, subtle, internal growth to explosive, visible, fast moving expansion. So, some of the themes here that I've highlighted for you to understand is moving from hidden to being seen. In the year of the snake, things were quiet, brewing behind the scenes underground. In 2026, the year of the fire horse, everything is more visible, more public, and illuminated. From strategy to action, snake energy is slow, observant, and strategic, very purposely, so that the horse energy can bring everything into execution, fast, bold, decisive. We're transitioning from yin energy to yang energy. The snake is subtle, internal, emotional. That's the yin in them. The horse is very yang, expressive, fiery, and outward. It's naturally a fire energy, now in a fire period and a fire year. Lots of fire coming our way. From refinement to breakthrough, snakes refine, horse disrupts. Together, they will create a powerful transformation. Who you are to how you show up to the world will be the theme and focus for 2026. Now, we're going to go into the BaZi, the four pillars of destiny, your year, month, day, and hour pillar represents different stages of your life based on your date of birth and the time you were born. Each pillar consists of two characters, heavenly stem and earthly branch. They are interpreted to provide insights into your own destiny, your personality, your relationship, your potential opportunities and challenges, and including your luck pillars. When we think about the four pillars, I've broken this down so that you understand the essence and the meaning of each of the pillar. The year pillar is kind of your outer world, represents your ancestries, your early environment, and how society first perceives you. The monthly pillar is your core blueprint. It reflects your true personality, your inner talents, career path, and your formative influences. Your day pillar, which is the most dominant and powerful, is your true self. It reveals your authentic nature, emotional world, and the relationship of your destiny. And then your hour pillar is the hidden future. It shows your subconscious mind, long-term dreams, children, and late life path. Now, when we think about the BaZi for 2026, it is very, very different than the wood snake. To the left here, you'll see in the hour pillar, it's yang fire, yang wood, tiger is the Chinese zodiac animal. In the day pillar, it is earth, metal, and it is the rooster. The month pillar is yang metal, yang wood, and is symbolized by the tiger. And the year pillar is yang fire with yang fire horse energy. So that's why we have the double fire. Most importantly, if you look at the details of this BaZi chart, what's calling out? There is no water in the chart at all. Looking from left to right, hour, day, month, year, no elements of water. Lots of fire. Excess fire leads to problems and lack of resources. Excess metal and earth. Too much earth will increase competition. It's going to be very competitive. Everybody will be watching you. All eyes on you, your business. Too much metal increases anxiety, overthinking, complexity of relationship. People are more rigid in 2026 because they're acting impulsively. They're acting quite fast. They're making quick decisions without thinking. They're willing to take risks. Whereas in the snake year, they were all about being strategic. What is needed in the BaZi chart is wood. There's balanced wood here. There'll be recognition and good recognition luck in the year of the fire horse. So the lucky colors at a high level are blue and red for 2026. But I would go further and decode what is your element and zodiac sign based on the year you were born, and how does that element relate to fire to really come up with a true personal lucky color for 2026. We'll need some water. It's very important to add water to your home, to your space. Water could be in terms of a symbol from paintings of the ocean, the lake, you're leveraging the color blue and black, and then also bringing in water elements, such as a water feature, to your space or to your home, but making sure you don't have too much water because too much water will also put out the fire, which is dominant in 2026 BaZi. It's going to be a restless year. It's not easy, 2026, to build. There's a lot of groundwork. There's a lot of discipline. There's a lot of trial runs to make sure things are moving effectively. With lots of fire energy, things are moving around very quickly. We need to slow down, pace ourselves, and being a little bit more strategic. It's also such a yang year as well too, so there needs to be some mindful rest, strategic thinking, lots of planning. So it's a good year to up level your skill set, learn new skills, invest in new tools, new systems, new resources to really help yourself, your career, or even your business. Period 9, fire period, becomes very strong. So we really need to be protected and staying grounded. One of the things I love to do is to place a tortoise in the north or the northeast area of your home. If the north is the outdoor facing direction, it is also very good to put the tortoise there. Tortoise is a good symbol for health, career luck, and it will also energize star number 9. The rooster is the day pillar. If we look at the BaZi chart there, and it brings a lot of good luck in 2026. The rooster brings a strategy mindset. Roosters are very strategic in nature. Chinese New Year falls after the Lapchun in 2026. So there's not a lot of growth energy. So we'll need to assimilate spring luck for the year. And with the lack of the water element and no water at all, either direct or hidden in the BaZi chart, we'll need to introduce the water into our lives by drinking a lot of it, eating more water food elements, adding water to your home, keeping it fresh and clean, looking at how you are cleaning your space, eliminate the chemical products, go more natural products, scents that will help uplift the chi in your home. The 3 pillars, day, year, and hour, are harmonious because of its elements. There's a lot of earth, so it's going to be a competitive year, cautious year. There will be hidden enemies due to competition. There will be some backstabbing, betrayals, because the fire element is so dominant. Look to have your secret friend as a way to calm down this energy. For those who are single, looking for love and relationship, leverage your peach blossom animal to help bring in that love, relationship, romance chi. We also have two tiger signs, double Chinese zodiac animals. That causes some alarm bells, some warnings that we need to slow down, but we also need to be cautious and careful. Leveraging the pig zodiac animal is very auspicious and very lucky, whether it be a pig symbol, an amulet that you carry. Locating that and placing that in the right area of your home is also going to be very important. The south element is very strong. Earth, right? Earth. So be careful with people who have different agendas. This is where alignment is needed, collaboration is needed. If you don't have that alignment and people are marching towards their own agenda, you're going to see a rise in office politics, rivalry, betrayal, and gossip. Minimize that. As you participate more in that, it's going to be more harmful for you in 2026. The dog zodiac will help protect your luck in 2026 as it forms a trinity between the tiger and the horse. That's a very significant trinity in feng shui that we need to leverage. With metal energy, it's a good year for starting new things, but with no lapchun starting in the spring, you want to start a new job or a new business, really leverage the Amalak calendar to pick the most auspicious days for you to do these new beginnings, start a new job, move to a new home, relocation. A lot of that is going to be really supportive by aligning the element, the zodiac, the moon energy, as well as the flying star. If you're looking for an Amla calendar, visit fengshuijourney.com and look to download a copy of the 2026 Amalek calendar. With a lot of metal in the chart, we're also going to see the continuous rise of innovation and new technology. So it'll be a good way to anchor and enhance your home with some wood element. My favorite wood element to bring into the house is feng shui plants. It is also going to help elevate future prosperity, recognition, power, and rank. Later on, I'll tell you the right areas that you'll need to put that in. There are many feng shui plants that are easy to maintain, that don't require a lot of maintenance, but that have significant output and results. It's a great year to elevate with wood energy to help protect and also give you the courage to shine bright, step up, and do things that you're usually not comfortable with. If we look at compatibilities of the zodiac animals, you'll see that the rooster and horse are very compatible in Chinese astrology. Dynamic, energetic, challenging, growth oriented are the key words when I think about these two zodiac animals. They're both active, social, and also passionate. The rooster and the horse share a vibrant, high energy connection. They're compatible based on their element, but their approach to life is very different. That's where they will run into some encounters. But when you align the energies properly, it can be very powerful. Forward moving partnerships, new relationships, new partnerships will be formed. But when it's misaligned, there's going to be some friction between the two zodiac animals. When we think about the tiger and the horse compatibility, it's going to be magnetic, adventurous, supportive, but highly compatible match. Very good. Tiger and horse, they form a most aligned unity that creates energy. It's inspiring to have these two animals be aligned together. The pairing itself is part of a trine of harmony, which is the third trine where you have the tiger, horse, and dog. That is known for passion, action, leadership, and independence. And leveraging this trine will help elevate your intentions purposely for 2022 years. With the two tigers, the chart holds strong double yang wood and yang energy. Double yang wood is unstoppable force. Everything is going to come to fruition. High execution. Tiger wood element is like a fast growing tree. You're wired for big visions, rapid growth cycles, constant renewal, reinvention, breaking limitations, going beyond your limits. This is going to be intensified with courage and independence. Repetition also brings lessons with the two tigers. They create cycles of impatience, bold decisions without grounding, strong emotions, overcommitment, burnout, and then conflicts or clash during the tiger, monkey, snake, or pig month and year. So those are where we need to be more assertive, attentive when it comes to these animals and their months. The challenges of the double tiger is about restlessness, making impulsive decisions, overconfidence. Your ego needs to be in check, need for freedom for that conflicts with routine that you might have, and strong opinions and emotional intensity. We'll need to add water and earth to our homes, to our environment, to our space to ensure that the five elements are going to be balanced. I've talked a lot about important information coming up based on Feng Shui calendar and the Lunar New Year. These are two dates. So the solar, which is the start of spring, starts February 4th, 2026. That's where we're going to see the Feng Shui flying star energy shifts. The Lunar New Year is later. It's on Tuesday, February 17th. It's the first day of the Lunar New Year. That's where we prepare for Lunar New Year, Chinese New Year, celebrate with our festivities and traditions. But the elements of these two dates are different and on different dates. In Chinese astrology, I'm going to break down for you the essence and the meaning of the horse. It's a vibrant, dynamic zodiac animal. It symbolizes freedom, movement, and vitality. So the horse embodies a lot of action, momentum, reminding us that life is meant to be lived with bold passion. Horses are energetic, adventurous, often restless if confined, and they thrive when you give them space to explore new horizons and chase big dreams. Horse is also associated to independence and charisma. Those who are born under the horse zodiac sign, they are natural leaders who can inspire others. They have a lot of enthusiasm, confidence. They're social, they're outgoing, they're drawn to community, collaboration, but they value their personal space and freedom, and they don't like restrictions, guardrails. At their best, horses channel their energy for meaningful pursuit. Symbolically, the horse represents power, endurance, and progress. When combined with the fire element in 2026, the horse brings extra layer of intensity, creativity, and momentum. Fire is transformative. It can illuminate and inspire, but it can also burn if it's unmanaged. The fire horse will teach us balance throughout the year. We need to channel the fire energy properly. With too much fire, it could be dangerous. Lack of water is not going to support the fire element. Too much of water can also destroy the fire and put the fire out. Notable people who are born in the year of the horse, from Aretha Franklin to Barbra Streisand, Paul McCartney, Jackie Chan, Oprah Winfrey, Kirsten Dunst, Jimi Hendrix, Muhammad Ali, Cindy Crawford, Harrison Ford. These are all the famous celebrities that will relate very closely to the horse energy. The horse is the seventh animal in Chinese astrology. Within understanding the order of the zodiac animals, it's the rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, and then horse. Next year, 2027, we will go into the goat. 2028 will be the year of the monkey. 2029 will be the year of the rooster. 2030, the year of the dog. And then 2031 is the year of the pig. After 2031, we'll go back to the year of the rat. That is the order of the Chinese astrological animals. And when we tie in astrology, we also need to think about its compatible zodiac signs. The allies to the horse are the tiger and the dog. So you'll see tiger and dog getting a lot of good fortune, good opportunities, good luck, good health in this coming year. The tiger brings courage and vision, inspiring the horse to be more adventurous. The dog adds loyalty and grounding, balancing the horse's restless energy. Together, this trio create a very powerful, enthusiastic, and action-oriented alliances. If you have business partners, if you have family members, if you have friends who are part of this trine, this makes a very powerful, rich, exciting relationship. The secret friend to the horse is the goat. The goat is gentle, nurturing. It will balance the horse. The goat offers patience, emotional depth, while the horse brings vitality and drive. This harmony creates a good personal relationship or partnership. Couples that are horse and goat, business partners that are horse and goat, a great combination. As we move into 2027, the goat year, the horse is going to continue to benefit from the positive energy and Chee that the goat will bring it in 2027 as well. What we need to think about is the class, the opposition, which Chinese zodiac animal is going to oppose the horse, and that is the rat. The horse directly clashes with the rat. They sit opposite each other on the zodiac wheel. Why? The horse is open, they're dynamic, they love their freedom, whereas the rat is more cautious, strategic, and detailed. Their approach to life is different. Their communication style is different. Not only understanding the zodiac animal clash, you also have to look at the elemental clash or harmony. Based on everybody's date of birth, their year that they were born, their zodiac animal accompanies an element. So, really looking at what type of rat are you? Are you a water, wood, fire, metal, earth rat? And how will that play into effect with the fire element in the horse year? While not a direct clash, I do give out some caution to those who are born in the year of the ox. There's an energy pace mismatch. The horse is quick, adventurous, ox is slow, steady, and methodical. Therefore, it's going to lead to some frustration for ox. The horse sees the ox as stubborn and boring, while the ox views the horse as reckless and impatient. So there's a values clash. There's also a clash with the rooster, minor in terms of personality styles, lifestyle, control versus freedom. So if you are an ox or a rooster, really look at your BaZi to see if you have other Chinese zodiac animal clash or five elemental clash to really harness and balance that out. If you're looking for a deeper personal BaZi four pillars analysis, message me for a free consultation. Visit fengshuijourney.com, book your free consultation, and let's get you on the right path for the year of the fire horse and fire goat 2027. Now we're going to move into flying star energy. Now, for those who are new, what is flying star? It is basically a time-based feng shui system. It helps us understand the chi, how it moves, and how it will change and shift. Each flying star is represented by a number from 1 to 9. There are a specific star, it has a specific property, specific meaning, and how it shows up in your home or in your space. They carry different qualities and have different symbolic meaning, whether it be tied to wealth, health, love, romance, or scholastic learning. But there is an influence of each of the star in your natal footprint of your home. The flying star is basically coming from form school and 8 mansions. Why it matters. Flying stars in your home is calculated based on the cardinal direction of your front door, your facing and your sitting direction. The flying star helps identify where the stars will land. It detects illness, the conflict areas, misfortunate areas, and it tells you which key areas you're going to need to adjust or enhance the energy. The date of birth of the home is essential, and we leverage that plus the facing and the sitting direction, the cardinal numbers by degrees and by direction to give you a proper flying star energy reading. The fast food feng shui version is to leverage everything that I'm giving you today, looking at the flying star energy map that you can get off Google and applying it to your house. That's not the proper way of allocating flying star. The complexity of flying star, as I mentioned earlier, feng shui is very complicated. We will have flying star energy for the period. So period 9 feng shui. Remember, it begins in 2024 and it will end in 2043. And these are the flying star for the period. You'll see the 4 star in the southeast. You'll see the 6 star in the northwest. The center star is the 5 star. Now, how are we going to overlap the annual stars? So it will be based on the cardinal direction of your home, the construction year of your home, the size of your home, to help us understand the annual flying star and how they would interact with these numbers here. For period 9, we have 3 lucky star. Star number 9, which is our prosperity star. Supporting stars will be 1 and 2. Problematic stars are your misfortune, your conflict, your academic star. These are some of the areas. Looking at the color coding here, your gold is your good, grays are neutral, red are your bad stars. This is the magic. To the left here is the annual flying star energy map of the year. So when we look at this from the far left-hand corner, starting at the southeast sector, that is the number 9 lucky purple star. That's a good star. Then we move over to the south, which is a negative star, which is flying star, yellow misfortune star 5. Then you have another bad star in the southwest, which is your violent 7 star. Then we move to a favorable good star in the east, which is the white star, number 8. And then your center this year is a victory star. So the center of your home, led by star 1, is going to be very prosperous, very auspicious compared to last year in the year of the wood snake. The west becomes your argument star, your negative area, which is star number 3. The northeast is your green literacy star. It is a very good star for the northeast, number 4. Your north star is also a good star. It is number 6. It's the heavenly star. And northwest is where the black illness star will show up, which is star number 2. Looking at this chart here, it will give you a breakdown of each quadrant, what it means, the name of the star, and some of the enhancers that you could put into that area to help boost and elevate the positive energy or reduce the negative energy. Simplicity is very important in Feng Shui. While I'll give you all of these recommendations, you can go ahead and put them all in. So if I look at the Southwest is also symbolic for love, relationship, and relationship. So the violent star will land in the Southwest area this year of your home. You can put everything that I put listed here from a saltwater cure, the blue brинals, leveraging the color blue and black because they're water elements, placing an evil eye in this area to help harness and protect that area. You can do all that, or you can pick one thing that will help resonate for you for that space. And if the Southwest, for example, is your bathroom, you're in luck because the bathroom has so much water energy. You don't really need to do much to diffuse that negative violent star. I would just put a bamboo tree in fresh water with some rocks, a red ribbon around it to help uplift the chi of the bathroom. And that would be my cure for the Southwest area. But now the Southwest area is your office. And based on your Minghua, Southwest is an unfavorable direction for you. You might want to put everything to really protect your home office, that Southwest sector, and position yourself to face the 4 auspicious direction based on your trigram and Minghua number. That's how you're going to leverage this information. I know it gets complicated, but that's why you have me. Feel free to message me, book your free consultation, and we can do a thorough deep dive into the flying stars based on the cardinal directions of your home, size of your home, sitting and facing direction. Every year we have annual afflictions. The Grand Duke, the Sui Po, as well as the 3 killings. It's very important to recognize this. They change every year. So all the remedies that you have placed in your home for 2025, the year of the wood snake, you'll need to remove them and replace them with the remedies and cures that are needed for the fire horse energy. My biggest tip for all of you who leverage feng shui practices is to write down where you have put the remedies and cures so that when you start the new year, you'll know which area to pull the intentions, to move the blue rhino, to replace the saltwater cure, to add wind chimes or anything like that. So for 2026, The Grand Duke is in the south area. From a cardinal direction, 172 degrees up into 187.5 degrees. So this is the area that you must not disrupt. The south area, you want to keep it quiet. No interactions, no disruption, no loud noises, no bright lights, no digging or construction. The Three Killings is in the north, which is 322.5 degrees up to 37.5 degrees. This affliction is tied to loss, accidents, theft. So while you are looking at the cardinal direction of your space, understanding north is career and the flying star energy that is there, that is positive, you also need to be cautious of the three killings there. And your remedy that you put in that place will also needs to align with that space and the energy. The Sui pole is also in the same area. So we benefit this year having the Sui pole and the three killings only in the north. So if you backtrack and look here in my north quadrant here, it is blessed with the heavenly fortune star 6. So the remedies that I'm going to put there needs to balance and need to align here so that you are not going to invite loss, accidents, and theft for 2026. The fun part, celebrating Chinese New Year. And for those who have seen previous videos of the Year of the Wood Snake and everything I put together, there's a lot of information, there's a lot of festivities, there's a lot of things that you can do. Feng Shui, Chinese astrology, Chinese culture is all rooted through symbolism. The Lunar New Year is what we call Chinese New Year. It is spring festival. It's the most important festival in the Chinese culture. It marks new beginnings. It marks transition. And it follows the moon cycle. Unlike January 1, where we celebrated Western calendar New Year, we're shifting. And we are celebrating the Lunar New Year on February 17th, 2026. Some customs and traditions. In our household, we love to decorate, get the house 30 days ready before Chinese New Year. From red lanterns, Chinese dragons, Fu symbols, red decorations, firecrackers, red envelopes. We have a Buddha room. So cleaning the Buddha room, cleaning my statues, and worshiping our ancestors. Getting all of that ready prepares you for a new year. There are other things you can do for your personal self, which is get a haircut before the new year. Get a new wallet that aligns with the element for your Chinese zodiac animal. Wash your car before February 17th. Get a new outfit to shine bright, look great, look professional, look polished, however you want to show up to the world in 2026. That is how you are going to dress. There are many traditional things that we'll do. We will leave our house February 16th, go to the Buddhist temple, set our intention, make our prayers, socialize, network with other people, enjoy great food, entertainment, fun, and then come back home after midnight, because that's when we would welcome the new year, February 17th, the year of the fire horse, and set the intentions of our home and leverage other techniques to really elevate the Chee of our home for the year of 2026. There are so many things that you can prepare. I've listed a few things here. For me, it's most important to declutter, get rid of the old, get rid of anything broken, get anything that looks old, from chopsticks to broken plates to bed sheets, ensuring that every room and every space in your home is elevated with new energy. The kitchen is ultimately the most important area. Make sure you clean your gas stove. Make sure you clean your appliances. Get rid of food or things that have expired in your fridge. Organize your cabinets, your pantry, making sure that you have all the essential staples from rice, salt, sugar, all the ingredients that you would cook with, stocked up in your pantry. In my rice container, I always put a red Chinese envelope with an intention, $3 or three Chinese coins, and I will bury that in my rice container to support prosperity, good health throughout the year of the fire horse. There should be no cleaning, no sweeping. Avoid breaking anything on Chinese New Year Day. Avoid cutting. So there's a lot of prep work that you'll need to do before to really celebrate that energy so that you can avoid any mishaps. But let me tell you, in Feng Shui, there's always a cure for everything. So if you do cut yourself, if you do break something, message me. We will have a cure for that. Your lucky colors should align to the fire element, but it also should align to your own element based on your year of birth. So generally for fire elements, the lucky colors are red, purple, orange, green, and gold. So try to wear some of these colors throughout this year. Avoid wearing black or blue. These are water colors, right? Water and fire don't mix too well, right? So we really want to make sure we're balancing all of that. And as I close up here and think about 2027, we are going to welcome the fire goat, right? And that will be February 4th, 2027 for the Lichun. And the Lunar New Year will be February 6th to January 25th, 2028. The goat symbolizes peace, compassion, creativity, and harmony, unlike the horse being so dynamic. The goat is more gentle, it's more community focused, and it values stability. So we'll see a dynamic rush in 2026, some calm, gentle breeze coming in 2027. Goat years are often emphasized by family, healing, artistic expression, and social cooperation. It's going to be a yin fire element here, and yin fire is like a candle flame. It's soft, it's warm, it's illuminating and nurturing. It contrasts to the yang fire year that we're seeing in 2026. Thank you for joining. For more information about practical feng shui wisdom that you could use daily to set the right intention, to strategize, and plan the natal footprint of your home, visit fengshuijourney.com. I've released several Year of the Horse products that are easy to read, implement, and prepare for the year of the fire horse on February 4th, 2026, and the Lunar New Year on February 17th, 2026. I'm Harry, your Chi Whiz from Feng Shui Journey. Thank you for your time. From my heart and home to yours, I wish you all a happy, healthy, successful, and abundant year of the fire horse. We'll see you soon.